It is 8 o'clock. If you want to go ahead and get us started, I think that would be great.
Okay, awesome. Well, welcome everybody.
Hi.
It's a beautiful morning in August. We're not used to this, so we need to take full advantage. I hope you all can get out at some point today and enjoy the weather because it's perfect. Welcome to our NAMIWalks Iowa virtual kickoff. And like a lot of people, we're doing virtual for the first time. And we want to welcome you to that. Hopefully you've got your coffee. I do. And thank you for joining us. Are you going to advance the slide, Zach? There. So I want to introduce our presenters. Angela Jiskut is a member of our board, and she is the walk co-chair. And Joan DeFilippo is our national staff partner. She does walks all day, every day, helping local walks, state walks be successful. So we're really pleased to have both of them with us today as presenters. I want to recognize our national sponsors. Our national lead sponsor is Alchemist. National partners are Takeda and Lundbeck, and they support walks across the nation, and we're so grateful for that. We really could not be successful with this event without our sponsors, so thank you to them because they support walks all across the country, which is so important. And then we have local sponsors, and as you can see, it's quite a long list. Especially this year, in the age of pandemic, when we knew that there was a good chance that this event was going to have to be virtual and not in person, we really, really appreciate the support of our sponsors. We have a lot of returning sponsors, but we also have quite a few new sponsors. And we had a wonderful sponsor subcommittee that worked really hard on securing these sponsors. So I hope that you'll take a close look at this list. I'm not going to take the time to read them all, but when you're considering where to take your business in the community and where to do business, I hope that you'll consider the businesses that support NAMI Iowa, because they deserve your consideration, and I want to sincerely thank them for their support. I also want to say we're not done getting sponsors. We're still in process. We're still working on it. So if you have any ideas or suggestions of businesses or individuals that we should approach and ask, please let me or Zach know, because we will definitely pursue that. But thank you to our sponsors. So as you'll learn, we are part of a national movement, and it's very exciting to be part of that. And so now I'd like to turn it over to Angela, who is going to tell you more about NAMI Walks and what we're part of.
Thank you, Peggy. Appreciate the introduction, and welcome to everybody. As Peggy said, we're going to go ahead and dive in. So let's kick it off by taking a little closer look at what that means by watching a short video together.
We need to be able to stand up and say, it's okay to have a mental health condition. It's okay to be able to reach out and ask for help.
NAMIWalks is the best. It's a celebration of all of our members, all of their friends and coworkers and relatives, all of the places of worship. We get together and we say, hey, mental health challenges are pretty normal. We can live in recovery, and NAMI's there to support you.
Money is raised, awareness is raised, so people don't have to feel like they're in sinking sand. But you can get the help, not be ashamed, and live a free life.
So somebody who has a mental health condition who may have in the past been afraid to talk about it or had experienced stigma, this is the one day that they can come out, and there are thousands of people there for them, walking for them. to raise awareness, to raise money, and to raise hope that there can be a better future.
At a NAMI walk, you walk around and you see families, entire families. You see friends. You see people who are meeting for the first time and become best friends.
NAMIWalks for me is the community that comes together rallying around this important issue.
I've seen people out there that are probably fresh out of the hospital, you know, that have actually lost loved ones to suicide. And they're no longer in crisis, but they know that it's important to be there and it's important to show the support for the work that we do.
To not only have friends and family support you, but to also see other people that have been hurting come together. And for that one day, you can walk in honor of, in memory of, just for one day, laugh. You are not alone. You are a huge force to be reckoned with.
So as Peggy mentioned, and no shock to any of us with what's going on in the world with the global pandemic today, but we have made the decision that our walk is going to look a little different this year. But the good reminders that we are still part of a national mental health movement, and there are still 120 NAMI walks in 42 states that will be happening. And many NAMI walks, including ours, have gone virtual to make sure for the safety of attendees and those that are going to be there that we take care of people's health and that we are safe at the same time. So the big announcement is this year we've transitioned to a virtual walk, and it will be called NAMIWalks Your Way. So Your Way is a little addition, but our theme is still mental health for all for 2020, and we're very excited about it. This year, we will still participate to, as always, raise funds for NAMI, build awareness of mental health by sharing our stories, and honor and remember our loved ones. And an important thing to note is that the funds that we raise this year will all be staying local in Iowa, which is really exciting. We're really pumped and jazzed about that because that means more funding for programming and more access for people across the state to get the resources they need. So all of our funds raised this year continue to go to NAMI's mission to support, educate, advocate, and also drive public awareness. And so with that, we've set a super ambitious goal this year of raising $130,000, again, which all support NAMI signature programs right here in Iowa. And as of today, we've already raised over $50,000. As Peggy said, sponsors are so important and we'll continue to take them as they pour in so far. And we know that we can continue to cross that finish line to get to $130,000 with your support.
Great.
So let's dig in a little bit and let's talk about our virtual walk and what that means. On our virtual walk day this year, teams will participate, as I mentioned, in NAMI Walks Their Way to raise awareness and funds by sharing stories and activities on social media. With doing our walk virtually this year, we'll also transition to a new date. So big announcement here, mark your calendars, of October 10th to join in with the National Day of Hope. We will be joined by more than 45 NAMI walk sites across the country in a day of solidarity and awareness. Switching to this new date is exciting because it gives us many new opportunities, especially because October 10th, if those of you don't know, it's actual World Mental Health Day. So on that day, there will be a broadcasted lineup of speakers, just like we would have at an in-person walk, which is fantastic. And that will be streamed online at 10 a.m. on October 10th, which is the same time as usual. So mark your calendars for that. So as you kind of think about NAMI Walks Your Way and what that means, what activities can my team do is most likely a question that will come up. So what can you do outside of the program that will be happening at 10 a.m.? Truly, it can be anything. You can go on a walk, which we highly encourage since it is a NAMI walk. You can go hiking, biking, you can cook, bake, you can do crafts, or another hobby that you enjoy to celebrate NAMI walks. The good news is that with virtual walks, many people still choose to walk. And again, we definitely encourage that. It just is at home, it's in your neighborhood or on a nearby bike path, and we encourage you to take a video and share that on social. So whatever your activity, we want to stay connected as a mental health community. So while you're doing your activity, again, whatever that might be, however you want to celebrate NAMI Walks Your Way Day, share it on your favorite social media channel so that we can see it and join together as a community. We encourage you to tag us with these hashtags, so write them down. We'll also be sharing the presentation later and sharing on social of Mental Health for All, Not Alone, and NAMIWalks Iowa, so we can track and all see it, and then we can also share and amplify the awareness raised for mental health as well as NAMI and NAMI Iowa. Most importantly, something we don't want to forget about by going virtual is that a core purpose of the walk is to definitely raise funds for NAMI Iowa. So make sure that you share your walk fundraising page on the platform so that you can continue to raise funds throughout the walk season and as well as on walk day. Joan will actually be sharing a little bit more about this later during the presentation. So now we're going to dive a little bit into why we walk. And we want to take a moment and hear from you specifically on what that means. So in a minute, we're going to break up into small groups here within the Zoom platform. So you'll have an opportunity to kind of connect virtually, share your coffee with other walkers, share stories, and also tell us why you are participating in our walk this year. So we're going to dive in a little bit here for our Zoom breakout. And we're going to take about 5 to 7 minutes for everybody that's in the individual groups to share with each other. Zach has been kind enough to already split everyone into small groups. So you will get a notification and Zoom will actually automatically take you to your group in a moment here. As we start and kick off, here's some topic ideas to get you started. First one, why do you walk? Share with us why it's important to you. How long have you been participating in NAMI walks? Some of us are on year 2, that's me for example, and many of us have been participating for a decade or more. We'd love to hear about your experience. What is your favorite memory from the walk? Share about what you remember, what you love, and what makes the walk so important. And once your group is done sharing, we'll all return to the main meeting room and you'll get an option to either go automatically back to the main meeting room or you'll click Leave Breakout Room. As I mentioned, we'll resume our program in about 7 minutes. So at that time, Zach, if you haven't hit leave breakout room, he will close all of the breakout rooms, which will return you to the main meeting room if you haven't already rejoined. So don't panic if you don't get back into the main meeting room right away. We'll make sure you get back and on your way. All right, Zach, let's do our breakouts. Okay, great. Well, we hope that everyone enjoyed meeting someone new in those small group breakouts and had a chance to hear other stories. I know there were some great stories shared in my group and just really grateful for the people that have joined us this morning and those of us that are all advocating for mental health and excited about the walk. So I'm going to go ahead and transition it over to Joan, and she's going to share a little bit more about fundraising and really dive in how to build an all-star team. So make sure you listen in.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Angela and Zach. Those breakout rooms were great. I loved learning from everyone about why we're all here today. We all have very different reasons, but the one thing that we all share in common is our fundraising, and that's what we're going to talk about for the next few minutes. Fundraising hasn't changed, even though we are living in this virtual pandemic or this virtual world through this pandemic. The fundraising methods have not changed. That's the number one question we were asked when the spring transitioned over to this virtual event. We received a lot of panicked calls from our walk managers saying, how will we fundraise? How will we get people to do this? And I will reassure you again and again, the fundraising methods are the same. You're still going to ask people in the same manner that you asked them 8 months ago or last year or 5 years ago, however long you've been involved. That piece has not changed. You want to follow the same steps as before. So if you have not registered, you want to register. And then self-donate. That's a key component to this event, to any event. When you register, you make a self-donation, people will see that this is very important to you. So when I registered, I made a donation to myself. When I ask people to donate and they see my name scrolling across that screen, they're going to say, oh, okay, Joan is really taking this serious. This is very important to her. Decide what you want to do leading up to the virtual walk day. One caveat to this is you can do one thing, you can do many things, and you can change your mind a million times because who knows what the weather will be. It might be too hot to walk. It might be raining. It could be snowing in October. Who knows what this 2020 will bring us. You want to invite others to join your virtual team. When I signed up, I opened up my team on Facebook and I told anybody and everybody, please join. And we actually noticed the other day, there's somebody on our team, we have no idea who this person is, but I reached out to her. It turns out that she joined our team because the name of our team is 22 and that's her favorite number. So we welcomed a new friend to our event. Share your story and customize your fundraising page. This is so important. People who customize their fundraising page will in general raise more money than those who don't. You can be lengthy, you can be very short and sweet, but people want to know why you're walking or riding or whatever it is that you're doing, because people don't just want to hand you money because you say, oh, I'm participating in NAMIWalks, the virtual event. Tell them why you're participating. Use your social media. This is actually the only way I fundraise is through Facebook. I've already raised over $3,000. And most of that was on May 30th, our virtual day of hope for the spring walks. And my point to that is people are still donating. A lot of people are also concerned saying, people are not going to donate now. People are unemployed. People are really struggling. I promise you, people will donate to you, even if it's $5. I've had some people donate up to $500. This is a very important cause, especially right now in this pandemic. People are struggling. Everybody has their own feelings about this pandemic. Some of us, thankfully, are still gainfully employed. Some of us know people who are not. We're all experiencing different feelings. People want to know how we can help others get through this mental health challenge. Texting and emailing is another great way. I received a text a few weeks ago from a friend. I had missed her post on social media. So she sent out a text. You always have your phone in your hand. I immediately went to her link and gave her a donation for her event. So those are very simple steps on how to fundraise for a virtual walk. The secret to virtual fundraising is to realize, as I said, it's the same as before. Now we're going to talk some about teams because teams are truly the heart of our NAMIWalks event. Teams cannot gather in person right now. Some of you might. Our team is probably still going to gather in person because it's all family and we have been together. So we're still good about gathering and doing our own virtual event. Plus we're hoping by October, maybe we can have a few more than 10 or 20 people together. And no matter how you do it, there are ways to stay involved with your team, such as a Zoom meeting. You can FaceTime if you're walking, you can FaceTime if you're doing a craft together. However you think of doing something, make it creative if you can't be in person. Teams are still led by a team captain, although this will be a virtual team captain. Teams will still come together virtually. You can participate in a solo adventure, or you can do it in pairs or in small groups where permitted. I don't know what the rules are in Iowa because I'm in Chicago, but in Chicago, we are allowed to gather right now 50 people or less, and that may change. There's some talk that we might be getting a little bit stricter on that, but at this point, if it's safe for you to gather in a group, feel free to do so if that's something that your team is willing to do. And as I said, you can also connect on Zoom or other social media. There are so many ways with our devices that you can connect, even walking in FaceTime. I can't tell you how many people I see when I'm out walking in the neighborhood who are on FaceTime walking with somebody. And at first, I will tell you, I thought it was a little strange because I thought, why would you be doing this? But sometimes when I walk alone, I often think, oh, it would be nice to FaceTime somebody or just have somebody to talk to. Now, how do you do all of this? I'm going to explain that. You can build your virtual team pretty simply. You can build it just as you would a regular team. You want to communicate what to do. So you go ahead and register, and you say to somebody via email, via Facebook, however you want to do it, you want to tell them, I've registered for this team. This is how you join me. Model the action. That's where it comes in, where you register and you self-donate. Then you recognize and repeat. So on Facebook, I would say, oh, Zach, thanks so much for joining my team. Who's next? And then the next person who joined, Angela, oh my gosh, thanks, Zach and I are so excited that you're joining our team. Keep bringing this up on Facebook, through an email, whatever it is. When you communicate what to do, others are definitely going to follow you. Communicate these steps to your team. So again, register, self-donate, decide, invite others, share your story, use social media, text, and email. The first step to register is to go to NAMIWalks.org/Iowa and then just click on the Register Now button. And you can select your team name if it's already formed, or you can form it right there. Instead of join a team, you would just do form a team. And then when you see the cool crew team that you're joining, click on Join Our Team. The key is asking people to register. People aren't going to assume that they can join your team. I had many people say, is it okay? I guess I wasn't clear enough in my very first post because I said I was walking. But then when I said, oh, please join us, a lot of people then did join our team. Ask by whatever means works for you. Not everybody's on Facebook, not everybody's on social media, not everybody has a cell phone. You can call people, you can write a letter, you can send an email, whatever works best for you, use that method. Ask everyone you know. I was very surprised, not only by the stranger that joined our team, but many of my friends are joining our team because they know this cause is important to me, but also because they know somebody living with a mental illness. I had no idea about any of this because this could be a cousin of theirs, a neighbor, or whomever. That would never have come up in conversation. So they're joining my team to help somebody else out. If somebody says that they can't join a team, you can ask for a donation. And I'm going to say this year, there is absolutely no reason that somebody can't join your team since we're in a virtual event. Even if the person can't participate on October 10th, they could participate October 9th, they could participate October 11th, they could participate whenever they want if they're not available that day. So you want to communicate each step again. When you're building your virtual team, it's very important to follow these steps. Model the action. Just as I said before, when you register, you make that self-donation, you post on Facebook, etc., your teammates are going to see what you do and they're going to model that action. We call this leading by example, and this is a great way. You've all heard this, I'm sure, growing up through your childhood. Your parents would always say, lead by example. Be that person who others want to follow. And what you do has far greater impact than what you say. So I can say I'm doing something, but until people see me doing it, it really doesn't mean much. Do what you're asking others to do by doing it first, just as we've discussed. And again, self-donate. We're going to repeat this obviously a few times because this also starts off your fundraising. And this is really important for people to see that, oh, this walk is actually happening, especially now in this virtual event. A lot of people think things are canceled. This, I think, in the fall is easier than it was in the spring because we really didn't know what's going on. Now we know of every organization that has gone virtual. So I think you guys are in a much better time frame than the spring walks were. And as I said before, participants who donate to, or actually I said this about the setting up your personal page, but also if you donate to your own fundraising efforts, you will raise 8 times more than other people. And that's huge. You want to send out your fundraising link and somebody can just click on that, support me. And if you notice on this, there's a picture of the person. It doesn't necessarily have to be of you, but putting a picture up there, it can be your dog, it can be who you're walking for, it can be the NAMIWalks logo, whatever it is, it draws attention to your page. Remember to decide what you want to do leading up to that virtual walk day. And again, if you change your mind, that is all okay. Leading by example, you can put out what you're going to do. So you can bike ride, you can do yoga, you can do several things in a day as well. On May 30th, a lot of people made this a day-long event. So that's something you can decide to do as well. Sharing your story, again, is so crucial, and please do what makes you comfortable. You do not have to give a lot of details. As I said, it can be short and sweet, or it can be very lengthy. I do know that it connects people to the cause. And when you customize your walk webpage, you will raise, on average, 10 times more than those who don't. And as you can see, Ashley here has a great picture. She is a team captain. The team name is there. And when you click on her page, you'll see her story. Using social media right now is very important. People are spending roughly 142 minutes a day on social media. That's huge. And especially now, people working from home, a lot of people will often go over to social media, even though they're on the computer all day. A lot of people keep up with social media just to get their news source and just to see what others are doing, just to kind of give them a break from whatever else is going on in their life. When you share your own story and activity on social media, your team will see it. So this is our other fearless leader, Chris. She participated in May 30th, and she posted on Facebook and on Instagram, and she printed up these great flyers that we have for all of you. And they are messages of hope, signs of hope, excuse me. And they have all different template leads. So hers was I walk because, and then she filled in the rest. You can also connect your walk page directly to Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn. A lot of people forget about LinkedIn. That's a great way to let others know what you're doing. If you do have a LinkedIn page, I encourage you to use it. Connecting your page to Facebook fundraisers, it's very simple. When you're logged into your walk fundraising page, you simply click on create a Facebook fundraiser, and that will lead you right to your Facebook page. Don't forget to invite others to join your team. You can do that also by text and email, whichever method works best for you. Please do that. And then again, recognize and repeat. I've had people join my team just as of last week because they were busy. They didn't know if they had the time to do it. Now that the date has changed, they're like, oh, I'm definitely going to be available in October. I don't know what they were doing in September that they thought they couldn't join. But whatever it is, recognize and repeat so that people really understand what you're doing. It, in general, takes 3 times for somebody to act on an ask. So you want to acknowledge your team members, offer an incentive. If you say the 10th person who joins my team today will get a Starbucks gift card, and keep your communication going, repeat often. If you follow this formula, you will build an all-star virtual team. I promise you that people will join you, especially in this virtual event. You can get people from all over the world to join you. We had a team in Nebraska that their goal was to get somebody from all 50 states, and they ended up getting 36 people to join them from different states, which I thought was a pretty creative and fun idea to get people involved. And I'm going to turn it back to Angela when she is going to talk to you about our great recognition gifts.
Thanks so much, Joan. Appreciate you jumping in and sharing on how to build a successful virtual team. I know I learned some new things. So I'm going to go ahead and dive into the real exciting thing that people get jazzed about. And let's talk a little bit about goals and the NAMIWalks recognition gifts for this year. So this is a very effective way to motivate yourself and to motivate others on your team, is to set goals to receive a NAMIWalks gift. So let's take a look at the recognition gifts for 2020. The first one is if you raise $100, you'll receive a NAMIWalks Mental Health for All t-shirt. And then kind of diving into a little bit of the other ones, if you actually raise different levels, I'm going to go ahead and show some of the things off here so that you can see some of the different options. So NAMI Iowa calls this a waist pack, aka also known as a fanny pack. Great for biking, great for hiking, being outdoors, hold your cell phone, credit cards. I'm kind of hot to trot after this one for this year. We also have a mug, a coffee mug with the logo on it this year, Mental Health for All NAMIWalks, which is very nice. There's also a beach towel labeled with our brand as well, with NAMIWalks. And it is quite nice and fluffy, I will mention to you, and with our brand colors. There's also a fleece as well, which is nice and heavy. That's why I didn't want to be wearing it today, but it's branded again with NAMIWalks in the corner. Very nice. It's nice and thick. It'd be good for fall or mild winters in Iowa. So that's a good one to get potentially as well. And then this one, Zach is really excited about, but we also have a NAMIWalks umbrella. So you can see it's branded, and I will be honest, it is huge. So this is a good one for non-social distancing events, or when you know that people have been safe and have been staying away from COVID. But this umbrella is fantastic, and it's actually a reverse umbrella. So it folds upwards so that when you close it, all the water doesn't go everywhere when you're inside. So I know Zach is out to get this, and I think I am now too, now that I've seen it. It is pretty fantastic. And then there is also the magnet pin as well. That also is an opportunity for you to get with our new branding in a size square shape. So as you'll see here, some other options that we didn't showcase, but if you raise $2,000, you'll actually get your choice to receive a rolling cooler or a power-up kit with a wireless speaker, external battery, and cord. So you can see those featured there. Those are also both pretty awesome gifts. So, you know, as Joan said, you can ask anyone to fundraise for you, because this is something that's a virtual walk. So we can have people across the country. So some things to remember here is $100 plus walkers receive a t-shirt. In addition to that t-shirt, you do have 30 days post-walk to earn one of these other gifts as well that you can see are featured there on the right side. And we will have a drive-through t-shirt pickup in early October so that you can wear your shirt on October 10th. So more details to come on that on social media and via email. And you'll also receive an email to redeem your gift once you have reached your level that then incentivizes a gift. And it will be shipped directly to you, which is very nice. And as a reminder, you do have 30 days after the walk that you can earn an extra gift. So the walk happens October 10th. Don't stop fundraising, keep talking about it, because there is an opportunity to receive extra incentives as well. So you can see some of those other gifts featured there too on the side of the screen. So lots of great opportunities with the recognition program. And as I mentioned, anyone who raises $1,000 or more receives the new Walkstar pin, which is somewhat similar to the magnet, but is just a really good keepsake for you to have as a reminder of the walk. And as a thing to note, this is our first ever pin that is square shaped to match our design. So I know Zach and I are kind of excited about that and geeking out over that fact as well. This year, you know, with it being a virtual walk as well, we also have some fun resources. So there is a short and colorful participant guide that you can share with your team. And it talks about what a virtual walk is all about and how you can participate. So make sure that that's something that you use and access for fundraising, and also just understanding how to participate. And as well, if you're a team captain, you should have received a packet in the mail that shows and gives an opportunity for you to make a sign of hope. You can actually fill this out and complete it. I've got mine here, and I'm going to fill mine out and complete it right after our call. Send this to Zach with your photo holding up why you walk. You can see our own Tracy and Ellie Adamowski, who's actually pictured above in that photo, and we would love to have the opportunity to share your photo on social. So if you're willing, go ahead and complete that and send it to Zach, and share it on your channels as well, please. There's also a social media guide that includes Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, and Zoom guidelines and information as well, and how to use social media for the walks. And additionally, you know, here's something I just really want to emphasize, and this is something you can share on social as well, but NAMIWalks truly supports NAMI, and NAMI supports the 1 in 5 who experience mental illness and the 5 in 5 who are affected by it. You are not alone. From every corner of the country, from every age and every background. We walk on the streets or in our hearts. In a time of challenge and change, we are united even when we appear alone. Mental health is not for some. Mental health is for all. So again, a great reminder for all of us, and this is also great to share on social media as well. And I really want to just, you know, as we get to our closing here, emphasize that fundraisers should use pride, not apology, when asking for a gift for a charity that is doing good work, which is a fantastic quote. And we also as a committee have really been talking about the back of this t-shirt and how much we love it. NAMI stands for Never Judges, Always Supports, Motivates Recovery, and Initiates Hope. And those words ring so true now, even more than ever. So as a reminder, NAMI walks your way this year on October 10th, 2020. We hope that you'll join us. And we are so glad that you joined us this morning for our virtual kickoff walk event. Hopefully you've learned some new things about how to be successful and build a team and use social media. So now we're going to move to the very exciting portion of the program that everyone's waiting for. And Zach is going to go ahead and do some drawings for some prizes that we have for you.
Thanks, Angela. Yeah, we were very fortunate to receive some donations to have some door prizes for today. So we have 4 prizes to give away. 3 creations from Blue Feather Creations, a Believe necklace, a Faith Can Move Mountains cuff, and a Just Breathe cup. And then we additionally have a $25 Visa gift card to give away as well. So I've got everyone's names here in a bowl. So I'm going to, we're going to start with the Believe necklace and move our way down on finishing with the gift cards. So, and all of these prizes that will be mailed to the winners this week. So the winner of the Believe necklace is Betty. Congratulations, Betty. The Faith Can Move Mountains cuff will be going to Gail. Congrats, Gail. The Just Breathe cuff will be going to Tracy. And drum roll for the last one. Our winner of the $25 Visa gift card is Victoria. Congrats, Victoria. Like I mentioned, we will mail out all these prizes to those 4 winners. So you should expect to get that in the mail here pretty soon. So Angela, I'll toss it back over to you.
Fantastic. Thank you, Zach. So as we wrap up here, we really just want to thank you for joining us today, and Zach and I will continue to stay on the Zoom in case there's any questions that you have. We'd be happy to answer, and I know Joan would as well. And the recording of Zoom will actually be uploaded to YouTube, and a link will be sent out if you want to share this as well with team members or anyone else you might know. And then Zach will also send out the electronic resources that I mentioned during the kickoff call as well, so that you have access to those. And if you registered before the end of July, make sure you're on the lookout for your gift card to Casey's. If you qualify, that will be coming in the mail soon to you as well. So again, thank you for joining us this morning. If you have questions, you can go ahead and unmute yourself or send them in the chat box, and Zach and I will go ahead and answer the questions. But we hope everyone enjoys the rest of this beautiful day, enjoys the weather, and we're super excited to see you virtually on October 10th.
Thank you. Angela, one quick thing before everyone leaves, I would love to get a screenshot of us as a group. So if everyone could, you know, give us a thumbs up, give us a big old smile, that would be awesome. Okay, I'm going to take the screenshot in 3, 2, 1. Beautiful.
Good work, Zach.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
And as Angela mentioned, we'll stay on for a few minutes in case